So obviously 2020, like family time was at an all-time high. Being like 17, 18 is like a time where traditionally you're more like out and about kind of doing your thing. Spending that all in like the confines of my house was a little bit weird, but I am very grateful for it, and I think that it was nice to kind of have like a little quiet time where everyone was together. I was like so dangerously into coffee. Obviously I got into whipped coffee, if people remember that. That was like a huge coffee trend born on TikTok. I started buying these Rook cold brew bottles that were like giant cold brew concentrate bottles, and I was doing that for a few months because coffee shops still weren't open, so I was just buying like those big bottles from like their warehouse in Long Branch. It was the weirdest thing. I did have a pandemic birthday, which was super weird. My friends did like one of those drive-bys that everyone was doing, so they kind of just surprised me by like driving by, and I would like say hi to everyone. Some of my friends got me stuff, and that was really fun. For dinner that night, that was like the first night that one of my favorite restaurants was doing like curbside pickups. So excited. So my dad and I like drove there and waited for literally an hour just to get them to like put it in our trunk. Like they wouldn't even hand it to us, they had to put it in the trunk. Something I was so sad about was not being able to get my license on my birthday. I looked forward to that so much, and then the DMV was completely closed on my birthday, and it stayed closed for another like 2 months, I think. So I didn't get my license until July. The lines were so absurdly long that I couldn't even get my license the same day, so I went back the next day at like 5 a.m. with one of my best friends, and we sat there and camped out and got our licenses. So I will always remember that, even though it was super weird. In a year deprived of traditional joys and human interaction, many turned to a whole new species, dogs. What better a time than stuck at home to devote yourself to a new animal in need of a home? And how hard could it be?
Puppy love, it turns out, has never been stronger than in the era of COVID. Fostering and adoptions from shelters are up too. But remember, puppy love isn't a fling.
This is Charlotte. She is half Shar-Pei, half Beagle. We lost our golden retriever right before Christmas this year, which was just like the most accurate ending to 2020 because it was a horrible year. Both of my previous dogs were from breeders, and we kind of wanted to look for a shelter or a dog that needed a home more. So that is how we found Charlotte. She hasn't had like any social interaction. She is just not well socialized with people or dogs, and that shows. So there's definitely some training that has to happen, and like hopefully with people going back out, like my mom's gonna go back to work, I'm gonna go to school, like I think she'll have more of a routine, but you can definitely see that she is a pandemic puppy. I don't think that anyone is gonna remember 2020 as being like an amazing fashion year, just because that was not the priority of the year. But I honestly think there were some good moments and trends of it beyond just like loungewear and sweat sets and sweatpants and stuff, because that's what you would think of.
Once people can sort of re-emerge from their homes and interact again, that people are going to be so sick of wearing the same thing over and over, or not being able to wear all the fun clothes in their closet, that they're going to be itching to get dressed up, that they're going to be ready to just like burn the leggings and the t-shirt and move on to something else.
Hi, I'm Alina Fisher. I'm a junior at Ocean Township High School, and this week Julia Hecht is interviewing me on fashion. And the first question that she had for me is if the pandemic influenced my style. I would definitely say it influenced my style. I had to adjust to shopping online and ordering the wrong sizes and just stuff that didn't fit right and couldn't try on in stores. And I definitely became a lot more creative. I started wearing more like color. The trends have definitely took a dramatic turn from like pre-quarantine to now. Y2K, 2000s era clothing has come back in style. And my favorites are, I'm going to show you some examples. My platform boots have come back. And I love these. I think you could pair these with anything. You could wear like a dress with them. You could wear jeans, like anything. Leather. Oh, leather. Leather is back. Really big, like chunky yellow glasses are back, and they're my favorite, and people think I look insane with them, but I think they're the coolest thing ever. And mini bags are back, just so cute, and you could put stuff in it. You know, it's all about what you like. It's not what other people like. Sometimes you can't listen to what the trends are because not everyone's gonna like your style.
I think it's really hard to get up every day and want to get dressed, but I think more people have realized now when they do like what they're wearing at home, they feel a little bit better. Again, fashion always makes you feel good when you look good.
So now it's like college time. I'm really excited. I feel very ready to move on from high school and start this new chapter. As corny as that sounds, the pandemic didn't have like a huge impact on my application process, I don't think. Honestly, it probably just gave me more time to like write essays and stuff because I wasn't out doing things. Honestly, my biggest factor in choosing colleges to like look at and apply to was weather. And you can call that stupid, but that was just really important to me. I've always been in New Jersey, always experienced New Jersey winters, and I just know that that's not for me. Like, I know that I will thrive in warm weather and will like be the most motivated and like want to be successful in warm weather. So that was just important to me, as silly as it sounds. Miami was just like where I knew I wanted to go. There has probably been a debate for the past year between the class of 2020 and the class of 2021 about like who had it worse. Honestly, both had it the worst, and I'm not even gonna argue that, but I do feel very privileged to get a like conclusive ending to senior year and a good normal-ish beginning to freshman year of college. And I feel like the past grade didn't really get either, so I do feel really lucky to have that. Even though we didn't get like really football games or basketball games, like I go to the baseball games with my friends, and I get to have a prom, and I get to have a graduation with everyone and decorate my cap and gown. So I'm still really excited. And this will just be like a time capsule of this time in my life, which is really weird. I can't picture myself not being like 17, 18, so it's weird to think about not being that age when I watch this or someone else watches this. Overall, I just feel very grateful for the past 4 years and very excited for the next 4 years, and I'm just ready to get on with it. So wishing everyone well. Congratulations to the class of 2021. You guys rock. We rock. And I'm out.